Hey guys, so I just wanted to show you something kind of how with Michael, how sometimes things you get feelings about stuff and you get pulled away from what's going on. Like I know for myself, I get really caught up in the work that I'm doing now, um, and it kind of takes me away from all of this. And then, kind of out of nowhere, I get pulled back into it. It happens to me, um, and I don't really know why. I don't know why I get pulled back into it or what the things are that make me want to look at it again. I really never stop thinking about it as far as like the hoax, but there are things where times where I just get these like really weird feelings. Usually around this time of year, I get these really weird feelings where I kind of feel like I have a responsibility to kind of look at things again, discuss things, talk about things again. So if you're anyone that kind of knows me, um, I don't want to say that I'm not a Michael Jackson fan. Like, I mean, obviously over the years, I didn't start out being a Michael Jackson fan. It's something that I kind of tried to stay away from because I felt like I couldn't be objective if I was a person that was like obsessed with his image. So I kind of like stayed away from it. I've always obviously enjoyed his music since I was a little girl, but I wasn't like a really huge fan of his. So I really never caught the Michael fever, so to speak, as far as like his music. But I do like a lot of his music, a lot of things that are kind of like not huge hits, not huge, you know. I just don't like the big spectacle, like Thriller, things like that. It's just not really my cup of tea. But I do like, I've always told people, like, I love Off the Wall. So I just kind of lately, the past week or so, I've been feeling these really weird things when it comes to Michael, like that I kind of need to get back into this. I have to look at things again. I have to present things to the community again. And long story short, I just kind of tonight I was looking at the new Blood is on the Dance Floor 2017 video, which is really cool. That's a whole other conversation. But so I sometimes I'll come and look at Michael's official channel and look at his videos and stuff like that. And I noticed that under the playlist section, um, there's like always different playlists of music, and it usually isn't his music. It's like other people's music. It's just kind of weird. I don't know if it's like an intern or someone that works for Sony that does these playlists, but usually I think I have a screenshot some of his playlists. Usually they're just like random songs. So I was just on here, and of course I click on playlists. When I click on it, I immediately see like Off the Wall, which is kind of like, you know, interesting 'cause usually it's not his music, but Off the Wall has always been like my favorite Michael Jackson album. I think it's like so overrated, or I'm sorry, underrated. And I feel like people don't really appreciate it. It's his best work. It's really good. Um, and I was just telling someone a couple days ago, like I love Off the Wall, and so I click on the playlist, and it's the only playlist here, which is okay. That's just like weird to me, um, because I'm like, okay, that's just strange. I love Off the Wall, so but that wasn't really too much of a big deal. But on the Off the Wall, there's this song that like I love, and it's not a really popular song. I know like fans obviously know it, but it's not like a huge song that he did. It's just a song that's just kind of on the album that I feel like has always been kind of underrated. It wasn't like a huge hit. It wasn't like a big deal. And it's called Get on the Floor. And I click on the playlist, and the first song is Get on the Floor. Um, it's really weird. And so I see that and I'm like, oh my God, that's just so crazy that that's like the first song. Like, what are the odds of that? That's just really weird to me that it's the first song. And then I look and it says he has 7.7 million subscribers. So I say all that to say that when it comes to like Michael and how things are, um, you have to kind of just like trust your gut. A lot of people have kind of fallen off the, hoax train. I don't blame them. I mean, it's like I said in my last video, if you don't understand it now, it's kind of time that you learn to accept that you're not going to understand it. But I do think that people who do like kind of stick around and kind of wonder and still kind of try to understand, like there's no time limit on anything. Michael put 45 plus years almost his entire life into music, and a lot of stuff happened to him. And it takes longer than, 7 or 8 years to kind of right wrongs and to kind of, I'm not trying to allude to the fact that he's like coming back or something. What I'm saying is it just takes a long time for people to understand what happened to you. And I think it's just the tip of the iceberg. I think a lot of things are going to come out. But I just kind of say all this to just kind of say he's always with us. And he has a special way of kind of like talking to you and communicating with you. And like, I don't mean that like literally. I'm just saying he has this way of kind of making you feel, you know, that you shouldn't give up. And that's just what I wanted to share with you guys. So it might seem kind of weird, but I wanted to definitely kind of put that out into the universe so that you guys know that like I see a lot of posts, people who are just like so sad because he didn't return in July, or just like, so sad because he didn't come back, Halloween. And it's just like you can't put that kind of like thing on somebody. I think um I said from the very beginning, this is just a huge like ball of string that we have to kind of unravel, and it's just going to take a long time to get to the bottom of what happened. It might take a lifetime, but if you really care about somebody and they really mean something to you, you shouldn't be putting a time on when they're ready to kind of deal with things. So just wanted to kind of put that out there for you guys. And I would, if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe, because I'm going to be putting a video out really soon. Kind of really busy. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now, but um whenever I have these moments, it's when I take the opportunity to do what I have to do. And it's not always, it's not consistent, but it's following my heart when it's time. And right now it's just one of those times. So subscribe, like, and comment below if you have any questions. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.